Hello again and welcome to another Nick Beck's Watch Reviews. As you can see in front of us, I have a new G-Shock. Now before I move on to the watch, I'd just like to say all my thank you. So thank you everybody for watching my channel, all my subscribers, all the great feedback I get. Keep giving me the thumbs up, keep subscribing. I'm really getting into this now and I really love doing it. So thanks everybody and keep watching. Right, now moving on to the watch itself, I'm going to kind of prefix this by saying as far as the functionality on this watch goes, the best thing to do is have a look at the model number, go and find a tutorial on YouTube, because it's going to be a lot better than I can do. I'm a bit of a technophobe. For me it's about how the watch looks, how it feels, blah blah blah. So you know, I'll give you the basics, but you're better off kind of having a look on YouTube for that, and just having a look at my video for what the watch wears like and how it looks and what have you. So let me just show you the hang tag. So we've got, this is the GA-110CD-1A3ER, and usually, or as usual should I say, we have shock resistant, magnetic resistant, 200 meters of water resistance, stopwatch, timer, alarm, world time, auto LED backlight. Now the auto LED backlight is pretty simple. You go into your settings and you simply find I think there's 3 settings for the backlight. We've got 1 second on, 3 seconds on, and auto. And with auto you just turn your wrist and the backlight will come on. So like I say, have a look at your settings there. So let me bring the watch up to the camera and show you around. Now first of all, I'd like to say, I'm just going to move the watch aside for a second and show you this, the new G-Shock box, if you like. It's now a cardboard box. You've got your little booklets inside there and what have you, and a little top that goes on there. And gone, I'm afraid, are the lovely little tins that we used to get with our G-Shocks, replaced with this cardboard one. So a little bit disappointing there, but you know, things happen. These things, you know, we do move on from. Maybe Casio were trying to cut costs on the G-Shocks. Fair enough by me, because this G-Shock was actually reasonably priced, and I think they seem to have this kind of, I suppose, entry-level models, they do seem to have stayed under £100. I mean, this one was just about £90, so you know, fair play to them. And you know, a couple of things I'll say about a G-Shock. I'm never disappointed when I buy a G-Shock, and G-Shocks do make a mockery of luxury watches. Anyway, moving it up to the camera. So obviously we have the typical all resin case. Now this is a 50mm case, and the lug to lug is 55. You have a thickness of 15, so it's quite a chunky one. The bandwidth on this one is 30, and it tapers down to a metal buckle there with G-Shock logo at 22. One keeper, and you've got the keepers now on these seem to be sort of click into place, so that bit doesn't slide, and once the keeper's there it doesn't kind of slide up and down the watch. So I think there's like a couple of teeth inside it that stops it from moving. Anyway, back to the watch. You have your usual buttons. You have your adjust on the top left, then your mode on the bottom left, reverse and forward, that's for when you go into your world time, you know, flicking through the different countries or different cities you can have. Your mode obviously takes you to your alarm, and I should sort of go through a couple of them there. So we've got the stopwatch, timer, world time, alarm, and back to the day and date. And as you can see up the top there, we have Tuesday on the other LED panel, and the bottom one, like I say, is for your different modes, your seconds and your day date. You've got water resistant 20 bar on the 3 o'clock, and on the 9 o'clock there's a sub dial, and I'm not quite sure how to work these things. As I said, I'm a bit of a technophobe, but the sub dial kind of points to your different world times, your timer, different modes and what have you. You've got a lovely high polished handset, and it kind of reminds me of the movement of the inside of a mechanical watch. I like the drilled out holes down the hands, little tiny bit of loom on the end of each one. It's, to be honest, it's not the best loom I've ever seen, but they don't ever seem to be on these cheaper G-Shocks. But I really like the handset because it really kind of adds some depth to the details of the dial. Now the reason I bought this one is because now I try and pick it up in the light, but it has this absolutely gorgeous crystal green dial, and all your indices are kind of raised, and there's lots of different levels, your minute track. Yeah, there's all sorts going on this one, and I really love how they do these. It's kind of ultra sci-fi, I guess. Now this one, like I say, is an all resin case, so you've got G-Shock embossed and protection embossed there, so there's nothing in white or any kind of script actually on the case. It's all black resin. You've got your big chunky, very tactile plastic buttons, resin strap, and I do like the strap. There's plenty of holes for, you know, any size. It's a big watch, so I guess, you know, for bigger wrists if you like. But then I've seen a lot of ladies wear these, and I like that kind of every now and again. If you're going to have a Casio G-Shock, to me, have a big chunky one. So taking the strap off, obviously you have the typical case back on these. It's a screw case back. Now I'm told the batteries on these last a lot longer these days, and I've had G-Shocks in the past that have lasted more than 5 years. So you've got a brushed stainless steel back, and like I say, you've got everything in resin otherwise. Now it does have a backlight, so I shall show you the backlight. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw the curtains. So like I say, with the backlight on this one, you can actually adjust it through the mode button to have, like I say, 1 second, 3 seconds, or auto on. When you twist your wrist towards you, the light comes on. I tend to not do that because I think, you know, you're kind of walking around the house in the evening, and every time you turn your wrists, you got a little flick of the backlight, and of course I'm sure that pretty quickly will flatten the battery. So your backlight gives it this lovely kind of, I always think it's like a gold. It turns the dial to a little sort of gold, and all the reflection comes off the different segments and the different parts of the dial, including the hands. Honestly, I don't think it's much use in the dark because it glows a little bit too bright, but you know, it's a cool looking thing. So, you know, I don't want to find any negatives of G-Shock because I think they really hit the ground running. They've got a great philosophy, good chunky, last a lifetime watch, looks cool. They seem to be the only, I suppose what you would call bargain brand, if you like, that seems to get it absolutely spot on. They're just so credible. Every watch collection, every watch collector, everybody on the channels all seem to kind of have a 1 or 2 or even 3 Casio G-Shocks, whether you wear a Rolex Daytona to, you know, a Seiko or a Breitling, whatever, or you collect expensive luxury watches. My brother has IWC, has a collection of IWC, and he's got a really nice solar Casio G-Shock as well. So they really do kind of hit the market in exactly the right place, I think. So here we are back in the cold light of day, and yeah, so that's the G-Shock. And as you would have seen, I've posted some wrist shots up, and you can have a look at that fantastic dial. These come in a couple of different colours. Obviously they have the standard colours. I think they even do the whole watch in yellow, but this particular version, they do like this beautiful crystal green colour, and a fantastic crystal blue colour. And if I can persuade my girlfriend at Christmas, maybe I'll have the pair. So again, you know, there's everybody that's had a G-Shock knows how good they are. Everybody that has a G-Shock, you know, will probably have more than one. I've had probably 24 over the time I've been collecting watches. I would like to think I'll keep this one, but I'll probably get bored with it at some point when a newer version comes out and sell it on. And I always seem to do pretty well with selling them. So thanks everybody for watching my video again. Thanks for watching this short review on this G-Shock. Do look at my other content, please. And like I say, please keep subscribing, give me the thumbs up. And yeah, it's been a great pleasure. So I will see you again soon. Thanks and bye for now.